Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. It's my voice.
It's holding up quite.
It's holding up.
Yeah, like a rock.
Actually,
you're like a rock over there.
Actually, that's me talking with a different voice. No.
Yeah, we're gonna. If you keep, one of these days, we might have to go to FM. I mean FM.
FM.
To the FM side.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to FM. No, but after 750, what do we say this? 755 shows.
755.
And I guarantee you, this next guest, I have had when I came on the air in August of 2001. I'd covered my. I'd covered my 13th National Bird Dog Championship. That's that previous spring, and so we've been on the air for all these shows. I've probably talked more bird dogs than any other radio show in Memphis because there's nothing like this, And this guy was just taking care of the horses when I first started this, I think.
With a shovel?
I thought that's what you meant when you were following the bird dogs.
This guy's taken care of me for a long time. And Rick Carlisle. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning, Larry. How are you?
Hey, buddy. I'm still kicking at 72, and I can't wait to keep it going. Rick, of course, he's got a big title out there. He's a director, superintendent / take care of everything. How many directors? What's the line? The lineage line here? Are you the? How many directors How many people have had your position at Ames Plantation?
I am only the 5th since 1901.
There you go. I was only the 4th outdoor editor in 100 years at the Commercial Appeal.
How about that? We're in good class.
We are.
Good company, man.
Yeah. Well, they dropped the title after I retired. Yeah. I don't know when you retire they're going to drop the title, or I don't know, but
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. Yeah, but a lot of folks, we're getting ready to run the 117th, right, Rick?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
117th National. I always call it's the National Championship for Field Trialing Bird Dogs.
That is correct.
Is that close to the title?
That's close to the title, and you have successfully avoided riding a horse in each one of them.
He's been on a Shetland pony.
No, I have not been on a Shetland pony. I've been in the Jeep, which is when Gus was driving the Jeep. That was like riding a horse.
Oh, it was. Little boll weevil was something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And I've been in the back of the truck, and I've been in the in the 4-wheel drive, and I've been there with my coffee, and it wasn't coffee. It was hot water. I forgot to change my coffee, and they still talk about all my adventures at the Bird Dog Championship. But one of the great events, and Rick, I know a lot of folks think, well, that's all you guys do out there. This is really a sideline. So kind of tell our listeners a little bit briefly about the history of this thing and exactly what Ames does the rest of the year.
Well, the history of the national championship has started in West Point, Mississippi in 1896.
Wow.
And it bounced around. It was there for about 2 or 3 years, and then a smallpox outbreak forced it to move, and it bounced around North Mississippi and West Tennessee for several years. It came to the Ames Plantation for the first time in 1905. Mr. Ames had a dog qualified that year to run, and lo and behold, his dog won on his grounds. Everybody thought there was a little bit of home cooking involved, and
surely not.
Can you believe that?
No, I can't believe that.
It infuriated Mr. Ames, and he made the comment that should he ever have a dog qualified to run again on his grounds, he would not compete his dog, and he held true to his word because it was held 4 more times here from 1905 until 1914. And he had dogs qualified each time but did not compete his dog. He came here as a permanent home in 1915. And last year in 2015, we celebrated 100 years on Ames.
It's amazing.
And so a lot of history. A
lot of history. And then the rest, you guys are also part of the UT family.
We are. We are one of 10 research and education centers located across the state. There are 3 in West Tennessee, 1 in Milan, 1 in Jackson, and then down here in Grand Junction, and then they're scattered across Middle and East Tennessee. And we superimpose research on all aspects of the row crop and livestock commodities, as well as the forestry wildlife program.
And you cover about 18,600 acres. Is that close?
18,004.
18,400
acres, yes.
Oh, I forgot those other 400 acres that they gave to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, that you wish. But you guys live there. It's your home, right?
It is, and you're on call 24/7 when you live here.
Yes, you are. It's almost like being at a resort, but not a resort. You're a working farm. You're a work in progress. And then along comes the field trials. And I know these are close to your heart, Rick.
They are, and I tell folks, Larry, we do the field trials night and weekends, because we're doing. We don't receive any funding through the state, so we're self-supportive, and we generate our own operating capital. But then we do superimpose research, and we conduct that for the university. But the field trials are unique, and
yes.
There's about 6,000 acres that encompass the field trial courses. We have a morning course and an afternoon course. Each course is 3 hours in length. It's 11 and a half miles down the center line of the track. A dog will actually run somewhere between 22 to 25 miles in that 3 hour time period. So he has to be in perfect physical condition to be able to do that. And, when the trials are over the end of February, we start getting ready for next year. We start doing our control burning, and then after that we put in feed plots and maintain those. And it's just a year-round objective.
It is. And, again, we're talking to Dr. Rick Carlisle of the Ames Plantation, and we're getting ready to run the 117th running, the national championships. And, Rick, I know on this Saturday morning we're looking at maybe you said we could I think you said at midweek you had 23 or something like that, but we know we're going to have probably over 40 dogs, right?
Yes, guaranteed.
And that pushes you, now that you run on Saturdays, which for a long time you didn't run on Saturdays, and now so you're able to really weather is the thing that you have no control of, and it has
literally, yes.
It has the most effect on what happens out there a lot of times.
It does. Last year we lost a full week due to ice.
Yes.
I didn't have one horse that knew how to ice skate.
No, you didn't. You didn't have on ice skates or anything like that. That's what I should have.
And the way it looks this year, they're going to be riding in shorts.
Yeah,
flip-flops, man.
No. I'm not even going to say what's going to happen when it comes, because I've been out there.
Cold and wet.
No, yeah, that's right. It's going to be that, and I remember. And this is an event, folks. If you haven't ever been, you could go and actually sit and park and watch the dogs come by. You can see the takeoff. I can still remember golly, now my mind's gone. The man that counted all the
Mr. Kyle Wilburn.
Mr. Kyle Wilburn. I asked him how he kept up with how many were out there. He said he counted every horse's legs and divided it by 4. You know, and that's the way they did it, because you've had some unbelievable crowds on horseback. The only way to watch is on horseback if you're going to follow the trial itself, but you can follow it along the road and things along that line. And you have your 3 judges. Who are the judges this year?
The judges will be Doug Vaughn from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Charlie Frank Bryan from Moscow, Tennessee, and myself.
You are the judge this year.
I will be judging. This will be my 3rd year to judge. I had agreed to judge 2 years.
I know it.
And we've had a couple of guys that have had some medical issues, and they've had to withdraw from their assignment. And we're going to give them a year to heal, and hopefully they'll be back next year.
And so here you are again on the 3rd year.
One more time.
A 3rd year of a 2-year term.
That's it.
I will not run if nominated.
There you go.
But you will do this and everything.
Drafted.
Yes, drafted. And Rick, you mentioned earlier, and these guys listening to me right now, we're talking about athletes. These dogs are amazing, because most field trials are an hour.
Correct.
But these are 3 hours.
Yes, it is an endurance stake.
And so what is the situation this year bird-wise?
Bird-wise, we're looking pretty good. With the earlier trials that we had, the Amateur Invitational in December pointed quite a few birds. The same with the Ames Amateur, which was the last week of December, first week of January. We completed the Hobart Ames field trial a couple of weeks ago. And the winners of that trial, which is a qualifier for the national, first place had 3 fines, second place had 3 fines, third place had 2 fines, and there was lots of birds pointed during those trials. So, and of course, we're looking forward to it.
And of course, we know that this is judged on style, stamina, and the ability to locate coveys of quail.
Absolutely.
I've got
Class
that.
and grace, man.
I have got that because that's what it's all about. I mean, it's not necessarily how many coveys of quail that you point.
That is correct.
It's how you do it, and how you do it in 3 hours. And because I know that we've had dogs win this thing in the last 30 minutes, and we've had dogs win it early. So the important thing is on next Saturday night in Bryan Hall, when those ping pong balls start.
Bingo balls.
Yeah, I mean you're doing it the same way you've always done it, right?
Yeah. We use a bingo game and assign a number to each dog, and it's drawn out completely at random.
I mean, just like it's always been done. And if certain dogs happen to be in season, is the proper term, right?
Correct.
You're not going
female in season.
Yes, you're not.
We have to brace her with another female, but other than that, you pair them up as they come out, just like drawing numbers out of the lottery, man, the Powerball, and here we come.
Yeah, well, I mean, and anything new this year? I understand you have some maybe some new sponsors that we might mention. Do you have something new this year?
We've got Purina.
Yes.
Purina is the official dog food sponsor for the National.
That's good.
And
glad that they're aboard. I mean,
yes, absolutely. The Bank of Fayette County continues to be a good sponsor, as well as Spalding's Labs. They have beneficial fly predators. We have Garmin International is providing tracking units and training units both for the owners and handlers of the winning dog, as well as the Scout. We've got 4 saddle companies that are donating saddles: Tucker Saddlery, M&W from Middle Tennessee, which I think Winter Circle sponsors that one.
Yeah.
Jeff Hagas from up in Canada gives one to the Scout, to the handler. And then Christie Saddle down in Texas goes to the winning Scout.
Wow. And I know there's nothing more impressive than be on the steps of Ames Manor and announce the winner. I mean,
absolutely. Now, one of our other dog food sponsors is Sportsman's Pride from down here in Red Bay, Alabama, and Tupelo. I mentioned them as well.
Yeah. Well,
it's a lot of fun. But the folks at the Masters get to stand on they get the green coat. Well, we stand on the green steps of the Manor House.
Well, I it's one of my favorite things is to interview those folks afterward. When I know that the guy with the camera is going to be following me around. Is that? You know who I'm talking about. So
Brad Harder.
That's right. So I can get my interview in and everything.
There you go.
Hey, Rick, thank you, buddy, and we'll be keeping up with it in the commercial appeal as best as this old man can. But save that horse in front of Kroger's for me. I'll be out there, okay?
I'll have $1 worth of change, man.
Oh,
Good to talk to you.
Hey, now, Bill Cooksey from the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing News, he plans to ride a horse, and he wanted to know if I wanted to go with him. And I said, well, I don't think they ride double out there, so I don't know about that, See you, Rick. Tell everybody hello.
All right, Larry.
We'll
Good
talk
to you.
All right.
Take care.
All right.
I was sitting there thinking, you're talking about the running the trials. I wonder if a drone would bother the dogs. The stream video from a drone, they're fairly quiet,
They are.
behind the dogs, so you could get a bird's eye view of stuff.
Did you see where that dog finished 7th in a half marathon on TV?
Yeah.
I mean, this came out of the crowd, I don't know if a bird dog showed up out here with a drone going over it, I don't know what would happen. You leave me speechless. All right, well, I'll be right back. I guess Charlie's still here. You're right, Charlie's still here.
His raccoon run off of it?
Well, both their hats are off
okay.
now. All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray, ESPN 790.